Have you wondered how your life would be living on water, with all activities solely done on water? Well, this is a village in the western region of Ghana with people living on water. They go about their normal daily activities just as living on land. This village is over 400 years old, so their settlement dates as far back. This is the popular Nzulezo village, generally pronounced as Nzulezo, built on a dark lake called Amansuri in the Jomoro district of the western region of Ghana. This village is one of the Amansuri wetland, which is a Ramsar site and the largest inland swamp forest in Ghana. Nzulezo is a small community with few inhabitants, but do you know how this stilt village came into existence? Let's find out. It was a rainy day on the day we decided to visit this popular tourist site. In a company of 5, our tour was exciting. So we set off from Accra around 7 a.m. because from Accra to Takoradi takes about 7 hours. And then from Takoradi to Beyin, that is the village you get to before taking a boat into Nzulezo. That takes about 2 to 3 hours. So in all, Accra to Nzulezo will take you about 9 to 10 hours. Yes, or even beyond, because after Takoradi, you really have to drive slowly because the roads are that deplorable. In fact, it is that bad. And the rains kept coming in, as you can see, so heavy that at a point we had to drive slowly. So it all took most of our time before getting into Nzulezo. At this point, the rains had settled a bit, so we were able to drive a bit faster from here. But mind you, like I said, the roads are not too good, so you still have to be mindful when driving. Well, just so you know, we are already in the western region, so that is where we are driving through already. And this particular spot you are seeing is a popular place for coconut business. So this is a hub for coconut business. It booms a lot over here, and it's evident with the coconut trees you are seeing here. Everywhere you drive through, you will see so many of the coconut trees. So after a very long ride from Accra, we finally arrived at Beyin. So Beyin is the closest village to Nzulezo. So Beyin is where you make the necessary payments, get your life jacket, and then you walk a few kilometers to where we are currently, and then you wait for the boat to take you into Nzulezo. So here we are walking to the boat that will take us into Nzulezo. So join us on this beautiful boat ride as we head to the village. this part of the Amansuri Lake is a jungle. So our tour guide was telling us that when you come here very early in the morning, around 6 a.m., you'll see most of the wildlife animals. Let me tell you one thing, there are crocodiles right here in this water. We do not want to wake them up, do we? No, so we forge ahead calmly. So we are gradually approaching the Nzulezo village. We'll soon get there. It's just ahead. Alright guys, so we are finally here at the Nzulezo village after about 30 minutes boat ride. We have finally arrived. So the rains had just stopped when we arrived, so most of the indigents were indoors. They didn't want to step out into the rain. So you see the village very calm and quiet. Yeah. Nzulezo is located near the village of Beyin, which is 90 kilometers west of the western regional capital city, Sekindi Takrady. The name is pronounced as Nzulezo by the people of Nzama, who occupy the southwestern part of Ghana and southeastern part of Ivory Coast. Nzulezo in Nzama language means on top of water. So Nzule means water and Zo means top, and that explains their settlement on top of water. Anything pertaining to normal daily activities such as schooling, going to church, cooking, washing, having fun times like entertainment are all done on the lake. Can you imagine? Walking here just makes me imagine if I could really be able to live here. Can you? Because I don't think I can. History has it that the inhabitants of Nzulezo migrated from Walata, a city in ancient Ghana Empire, the earliest of the Western Sudanese states. According to tradition, ancestors of the village were brought to their present place under the guide of a snail god. Mr. John Emmanuel Arthur, who is an indigene of this stilt village and a historian, tells us more. Take a listen.
And I am Sir John Emmanuel I'm from this community. I have been appointed by the chief elders in the community. When you come in charge of them, give them the history by this community. And that we are here, and now we do the history why our ancestors prefer to stay on one child but not on land. Originally, our forefathers who came and settled here, they were not Ghanaians. Because of war, that's why they came and settled in the Dane Chamber. They migrated from Mali in Timbuktu. The land of Timbuktu was full of gold. Some warriors from Senegal, they were called Mendes. They came to extract some of the gold to their country, but our ancestors remained, resisted. And that became a conflict between the two countries, later extended to war. That's what happened on 14th and 15th century. That was Songhai and Mali Empire. In those days, Christianity wasn't common in Africa. So our ancestors in Mali, they have their spiritual god, which they worship. The form of the god is like a snail. So that snail god, no one can see it with the rituals, only the fetish priest. Because it's a spiritual thing, only the fetish priest can see them. Without with them, whatever the god tells, they have been also narrated. Because some of our people were massacred, like sheep of our by the Senegalese, that spiritual god told the fetish priest that the rest of the people should evacuate from that land, otherwise all of them will be killed by the Senegalese. And in those days, African countries, there was no wish, no law. So these people were led by their spiritual God through the forest on foot. And numerous of people died on their journey because pagan mothers and children were among of them. All the pagan mothers died. Some of them fainted on the way, some of them delivered in the forest. And they left them there. When you deliver, they just leave you. You don't take care of people. Those who were sick, the men have to use the herbs to treat them. If you survive, you get them their journey. If you don't survive, you just leave the fish. So numerous of people died on their journey. Those who survived continued their journey, came and passed by Burkina Faso. And from Burkina Faso, later on they got to Ghana. Ghana here, their first location was Wenchi in Brother Afro. From Wenchi, they moved to Techima. Because they were led by their spiritual God, so wherever they go and their spiritual God will lead them, the people have to stay there for some time. When their God moves, then they follow their God. So from Techima, they came to the Western region. They stayed at Isipon. From there, they turned to Nzema area, a community on the way called Esiema. Became a settlement. And from Esiema, they passed to the coastal line. They reached at a certain community at the coastal area, they called back and chat. When they got there, they didn't settle it. They found out that there's a river that goes to sea. So their spiritual God doesn't pass on land, pass through the water. These people have to follow their God on water. And how can they follow their God on water? That time, the canoe wasn't available. So the men taught it to us to cut down big trees, put them float on water, telling them to make a raft. Each one has a family, they sat on the raft, paddle gradually on the stream, and then they appear here. So this river is natural. Our ancestor came and met, and it is called River Emansui. When they got here, the spiritual God told them to settle here. Here will be a comfortable place for them. But there were numerous of people. They can't occupy it. So some of them left from here to go to work. Those who want to go to work, they also want to settle alongside the river. And that river is called Abi Lagoon. So people here communicate with those people who want to go to work, settle alongside the river. We are all the same people. So you communicate with them. Every year on the night of people here sacrifice their God. Because they presented the God here, you have a shrine on the altar. Every year on the night of people, they sacrifice the God. You have to call ambition, slaughter, sheep, and cows, cooking food together. One time is due, those people you go to, they are invited. Some of them will come here after celebrating and they go. So the few people who remain here, when they were coming, they have their language, special language. The language was called Uti. Uti language. Numerous of people want to go there. So the few people who speak that language by themselves. No other person can hear that language. The women among them, most of them lost the life of their husbands in the war. Likewise, the men, it's a long journey. So most of the women died on their way. So most of the women were unmarried women, and then most of the men are unmarried men. The youth among them, they were also mature to be married. And the idea says they have suffered a lot. They have killed their relatives over there, brothers and sisters. And when coming on their way to, most of the people died. So they are not turning back to their country. They stay here for the end of their life. And because some of them are unmarried men and women, the men have to go around and say to Ghanaian women to marry because they didn't turn back. So they are compelled to learn the language of the Ghanaians. By doing so, their language started to vanish gradually. So currently, that language cannot be spoken, it has vanished. So people here, we are Nzema people. We are among of their kind. We do everything in common with their hands. But the reason why our ancestors came and settled on water, they taught it to us when they build their structures on water. No enemies can come here and capture them. When you're on the way coming, they will see you easily. So for safe and security, that's why they settle here and they turn back now. But those who want to go to where the language still exists. So the language still exists, like here at Albania.
Though Nzulezo is one of Ghana's most visited tourist sites, its educational system is a major challenge. Most teachers who are posted here only spend few weeks, months, sometimes days and leave because they are scared of the water.
The only part of our community, we have a school. The school from nursery to primary 6. Going to junior high school, the children have to take the boat early in the morning to town. When they close, they come back home. Here, because we are water, a lot of teachers. The teachers are posted by the government. They are not willing to stay. Most of them say they are scared of water. Because of that, our school will then collapse. So we recruit our children who has completed senior high school to teach in the field of teaching. So they are paid by the community themselves because their names are not in government payment. So we are responsible to pay them. Only we are contributing money to pay them. But recently, most of them, because some of them are jobless. They have to go to town to find jobs to do. So you can't afford the money to contribute to pay the tickets. And here has been a sustainable tourism. That's why you have a book here. When tourists come, either from abroad or Ghanaians only come, you just source it from them. It's so hard that whatever you want, you don't need to support the school. Everything is being recorded in the book. So get it to the end of the month. Because you're paying this and most of the youth around and then you all account for it. The amount that you generate from the book, we start to pay the committee and teachers. Now we have 3 committee and teachers, and professional ones are 4. The total number of teachers are 7. So that money is used some to motivate the professional teachers,
Sure.
so that they can be sustainable.
Now, the livelihood of Nzulezo is dependent on fishing and farming. But from what Mr. Imonalatha has said, it means the community's main source of funds comes from tourism, since that has been sustainable over the years, using some to pay their teachers and some to renovate the dilapidated wooden structures, because Nzulezo's housing structure is made of wood, so definitely some would go bad. So they use some of the money to also renovate those structures. Another downside of the village is that there is no clinic.
The rest amount left, we send it to town to backtrack because there's no clinic. When someone is sick with a natural one, you have to transfer the person to town. So we backtrack to place it in our phone. When someone is sick, we give it out that person.
Now, one thing that scares me more on this water is that the lake is as deep as 25 feet and very dark. So you can imagine how the village looks at night. Children learn swimming as early as 4 years, so by the time they are of age, they swim better. They even paddle canoes by themselves, to wherever they're going, whether to school or to town or to the farm. They paddle the canoes themselves. You see the young kids paddling a canoe, but without a life jacket. But they don't mind. In fact, they don't expect a misfortune. But for their own good, everyone in the village can swim or is expected to know how to swim. So I got a handy canoe right here in my hands with my name labeled on it. Beautiful, right? Ultimately, fam, Nzulezo has been an intriguing and inspiring journey at the site of watching an over 400 years tilt village still in existence, with all activities done on water. How many of you can live here? Just be honest. It would be nice to visit here yourself and experience nature and the people living in it. I encourage Ghanaians who haven't visited this place to visit, and foreigners who come to Ghana should include Nzulezo as part of your tour lists. So from Nzulezo, we visited Maaha Beach Resort for relaxation. This resort is a 20 minutes drive from Beyin and has a relaxing sea view, a private beach area, cabanas, restaurants, outdoor swimming pool, free Wi-Fi and other facilities. It's a cool place to hang out after a long day and a long drive because it welcomes you with a calm ambience. And this is how we wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed every bit of this episode. Do subscribe, like, and share this video. My special thanks goes to my squad for making this trip possible and making this exciting as well. We definitely had a good time. Until the next episode, it's a wrap.